People are battling between Nintendo, Sega, whatever. You both, because you are divergent.
Add neuro, and you are correct. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, to a new kind of show we made up. What would Damien do? That's right, it's a different format. You thought I was going to say the thing. And basically, we're going to present you with several different situations on these here note cards. And we're gonna see which one of y'all knows me best, what I would do in a situation. You're gonna write down your answer as best as possible. You're going to reveal them, and whoever I think what got closest, I'm gonna give you a point. Look at this.
Oh, that's neat.
That's quarantine Damien right there. No, I didn't
make that.
Brittany did, I think. No, Kiana did.
Yeah. It's giving me like the sort of like high school collage days.
It's giving schlubby. So hey, if you want to see other things that we do stuff all the time. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, punch that little notification bell. Why don't you go and slap that little ring-a-ding-ding and give it a little love. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, do that shirt. You're right, Shane. This merch is new. It's Smosh merch.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Hey, look at that.
I saw all the answers.
Hypothetical situation number 1. It's Saturday night. Damien is alone, and he just got paid. He's a hungry little hippo. What does Damien order as a treat because he deserves it?
Oh.
Olivia, let's start with you.
I said pizzana by Chef Daniele.
Oh, that's actually a great answer. Wow, I didn't even think about that. If no one else gets it right, that's a pretty strong front runner. Okay, Ian.
I said big old pile of seafood.
Big old
Wow, okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
Shane, how about you?
Okay, I feel like there's a lot of pressure here. There's a very specific Domino's order you have. It's a Domino's pizza with some very specific
White
stuff
sauce,
to white sauce.
onions.
Yeah.
That's a later question,
Bacon.
which we're no longer using.
But I also said you might just get you might order just like a whole fish, a Chansey to eat. Like a full Chansey, the Pokemon. And then for dessert, you'd have vanilla milk.
Oh, vanilla milk. Yeah.
Vanilla milk.
That's right.
It's a Damien special.
Oh.
It's just literally milk with vanilla.
You put vanilla extract
I once
in?
offered it to Shane's ex-girlfriend when we lived together because she was like, I'm hungry, and I was like, I can make you some vanilla milk.
We had very little resources in our house.
We were
at the
broke.
time.
No, I think you were working with the Goldbergs at the time. I think you probably could order.
I was Goldberg's after.
So it's almost just like a soggy vanilla milkshake.
Probably. Wow. Question number 1. Literally all of you are right. These are things I would have ordered. Like, you're very close. The thing I had in mind, though, was a bag of crab.
Yeah.
During quarantine, when I was real sad, I would order from like a crab boil restaurant and just get like a bunch of shrimp and a bunch of crab.
Yeah.
And I'd eat it. And
Did you put the little plastic gloves on?
I would.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Ian, as the most correct, you get 2 points. But Olivia and Shane, you each get 1.
That's okay.
For those of you keeping track at home, it's mathematically the same as though I awarded only Ian 1 point, but it makes me feel a little better. Now we're moving on to a real situation that really happened. It is convention season. Damien is hungry and it's 2 a.m. So he walks to a Carl's Jr. An unhoused man in a wheelchair in said Carl's Jr. asks for help tying his shoes. That's not the would I. I do help, but then as a reward, he begins to show me special photos on his phone. How do I respond?
What? I don't know you that well.
He pulled out his phone and was like, look at this porn. And I was like, oh!
Well, you didn't say it was porn.
It was porn.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, do we get a clue? Like what kind of, like?
No.
No?
We
Okay.
need that.
No.
Well, I mean, it could, that could change his response. No?
No, I don't think much would change Damien's response.
That's fair.
Shane, since you are so confident, why don't you go first?
I think you'd be like, I'm sorry, I gotta go, I'm sorry. Yeah, can I get the fish and chips? I'm sorry.
Strong answer. Strong answer. Ian, how about you?
I was gonna say, you accept seeing the photos, and then you say, that's nice, that's very nice to each of the photos.
Interesting. Olivia, how
I
about
said
you?
be nice but decline. Order CJ.
Interesting. Shane, I think you're the most correct. I made up an excuse and I was just like, oh, that's great. And he's like, you want to eat with me while I show you this? And I was like, I can't, I'm sorry. My friend is waiting for this food. I can't and I have to go. I'm sorry.
That's good.
And he was like, I'm your friend.
I don't remember. I walked very quickly back to the hotel. Yeah, oops. Shane, you get the point!
Yeah!
Wow!
How many points do I get?
1!
Oh, okay.
Or he could get 2 and I could get 1.
Keep it up, Ian.
All right.
And I'll give him 2 and I'll give you 1. Just kidding, he has 1.
Keep it up.
I really want to be more social. I'm trying to find myself again post-quarantine. Which member of the Smosh crew do I hit up for coffee and why?
Definitely wasn't me. I didn't get a call or a text.
You don't respond to my texts.
That's true. I can't wait to show you my answer.
Well then, Olivia, I don't want you to wait even a second longer. What's your answer? God damn, and every one of them is wrong.
You don't want to hang out with any of these people?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, that's a lot. I asked for a person. You gave me 8, and a heart. That's cool. I'll keep that in mind. Ian, what's your answer?
Well, I don't know. The first one that struck me was maybe Jacqi. She wants to like experience new things, right?
Yeah.
She's like in a new experiences kind of
She's
phase.
down to clown.
She's definitely down to clown.
Eat, pray, love.
And then I said, or cast a wide net and see if you get any bites. Like go to
Interesting.
each person individually and be like, hey, I thought like maybe we get coffees and that.
Yeah.
And like just say that same line to each person like you're an NPC in a
Sure.
Skyrim.
But I'm
And,
the main character in the game called
right.
Social.
Yeah, and just see if like anybody
Nice.
responds.
Good answer. Shane, what are you thinking?
I think you would say this. I think you'd say, anyone. I care about all the Smosh fam and want to get to know everyone. Sorry, I hope that doesn't come across the wrong way.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
sweetie.
Killing me.
But that is my legitimate answer. I think anyone, because you've talked about hanging out with random like people. It doesn't seem like you have like they need to have the same interests or anything. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like that's the answer. I think yeah.
You know what? I think the closest person that resonates the most with me right now is Ian. Ian, you got your correct answer. I would love to hang out with Jacqi more, but also more that like I think when I build up social battery enough to be like, damn, I gotta go hang out with people. It's usually like, I'm just gonna text a bunch of people right now and see what happens.
Yeah.
Cast a wide net, and then each one that's like I can't deny. It's like, that's cool. That's sick. Maybe tomorrow.
Hi.
Hi. That's very sweet, Olivia. Thank you.
You don't have to. No. Don't be
yes.
full pressure. No. It's
I would
okay.
love to.
No, you don't have to
I
say.
think that's an
I'd love
issue.
to.
That is it.
Hey, Damien.
I know.
I think that's an introvert struggle though, right? Is that your social battery finally when you feel charged, you're like, oh, I can hang out with people.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, I can hang out with people right now.
You know-
and then it's
Yeah.
like it's not easy to be like, oh, like let's make plans for a couple weeks from now, and then that. You're never
You know
sure
what?
when your social battery is going to
Exactly.
be ready.
My polarity
Yeah.
has switched like over the past like 6 months. I'm a social person now, and I don't know how to be an introvert anymore. So if I have like, I've got 4 free hours by myself, I'm gonna play a video game. It's like, what does that look like? What do I even do with that? That sounds horrifying.
Interesting.
I feel seen. Thank you.
Does that mean we all get points?
No, you got the 1 point.
Oh yeah.
Don't you like that?
Oh, that's right. I did get that.
1 point for everyone.
All right, that's fair.
Thank you for fighting for us.
Let's hop on over to the next question. It's 6 p.m. on every Thursday. I'm about to go live on twitch.tv/Damien Haas. Shane texts me saying that his car broke down. What would I do?
Have we tested this?
I have not tested this. I also have AAA. So
Shane texts me and AAA isn't real anymore.
I was literally just about to type Damien calls AAA to set up an account for Shane, but now I gotta delete that.
You know what, Olivia, let's just start with you.
Okay, I said he will tweet. Sorry guys, no stream tonight. Gotta go help out a good friend.
That's very sweet, Olivia. Thank you. Ethan?
I said wrestle with the conundrum and choose sleep.
I do take
that's actually
sad
I like
naps.
that answer. I like that answer.
I take stress naps, sad naps.
Like,
Shane.
Scanners.
They call it choice. It's choice paralysis.
Yeah. Executive dysfunction. The real ED.
I said you'd come to my aid and you'd inform the clever core that you wouldn't be making the stream, and they'd be like, "You got it, Damien. You go do you help your friend out," and they'd send endless love and heart emojis. Because I feel like whenever you're like, "Hey, I can't make the stream," they're like, they're like, "Yeah!" They're more stoked,
somehow more supportive.
There's literally they're always just the most supportive. You'll be like, "Guys, I can't do it today. I'm tired." And they're like, "You get sleep, Damien.
Yes.
You get that sleep.
Self-care. We stand the self-care king.
We stand our king."
The two most correct people are Olivia and Shane. So I'm awarding a point to Olivia and Shane. I would tweet about it, of course, and it would say something to that effect. But that is the result. People would be like, "Oh my God, yes." Like, it is like if I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm going live," people are like, "100 likes. I can't wait to be there." And then if I'm like, "Hey guys, just kind of sleepy today," people are like,
"Get that sleep, king."
So Shane, here's the deal.
What's up?
I'm gonna cut your brakes, and we're gonna test this theory.
All right, I'll test this theory. Great, thanks for letting me know.
Shane is rolling through a populated part of town at 60 miles an hour. He's having trouble stopping. How many people out there this happened to? I just arrived at a party where I don't really know anyone except for the host, but they seem kind of busy. I mean, I get it. They're hosting, so like you can't monopolize their time, you know?
Aww.
They're who everybody knows. What would I do? Ian, you're confidently done. Let's start with you.
Yeah, I said find the cat or dog, pet the cat or dog.
Interesting answer. Olivia, what is your interesting answer?
I wrote eat and go home.
Interesting answer. Interesting answer. Shane?
I said just in the corner refreshing your settings on your iPhone, hoping something new happens. Just like, come on!
Points for everyone! Yes, I always find the animal at the party. I do take free food and say a polite hello to the host before leaving. And I do chill in the corner acting like I'm very busy on my phone.
But you're just on your settings.
You know what? Actually, I'm feeling generous. 2 points for everyone.
Wow.
I'm definitely buying you coffee.
I just got a $300 gift card for eBay. What's the first thing I go for? Shane, time for you to go first.
I said maybe like some old school cartoon prints. You know, something like that. Or as backup, I said like anime merch of some sort, like an anime poster or something like that. But I think old school cartoon, like Sonic, something like that.
Interesting, cool.
Would be dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good answer.
You can get that for like $30.
Well, $300 though I have.
Oh, at 300? Oh, then definitely. Some like originals.
Yeah,
Ethan.
I like his answer.
What was yours?
All right. Because I just got back on the Demon Slayer train, so I said Tanjiro action figure.
Okay, yeah, it's not a doll, Mom. It's collectible. It's an action figure. Olivia, what do you think?
A 3D print of a bag of crab.
Oh,
Good answer. Good answer.
You know what? I think there's one that's like most correct, and that would probably be Shane, something collectible and old. I like that. I like classic nostalgic stuff. Shane, you get 1 point.
Okay.
Coming out to the next question. Put yourself in this scenario. Elden Ring, from the makers of Dark Souls, is finally out, and I've been sequestered in my room playing it non-stop. You're beginning to worry. What would it take for my loved ones to get me to leave the room, if even just for food?
You know, Elden Ring.
Doesn't matter what the
big
game
fan.
is. I'm in my office just playing a game, and you're like, please leave the room. What would you do to get me to leave the room for my health? All right, y'all, I'm gonna need my answer in.
I said new Fortnite Battle Pass just dropped.
What? Olivia.
Order you a bag of crab.
Okay, Shane.
Hey, Zelda and Frey are fighting, but like downstairs.
Uh-oh, okay, actually,
okay.
Shane, yeah, anything for my babies, anything for my cats. If they're battling, we're gonna take care of that.
Yeah.
Shane, you get another point. Olivia, no, Shane, you get 2 points. Olivia, you get 1.
Yay! Bag of crab is always the answer.
You wouldn't come outside for the new Battle Pass?
I don't play
No matter how
Fortnite.
honed in Damien is on something, he's always somehow aware of what Zelda and Frey are doing.
Zelda's always picking at shit and Freya's always starting fights. We got a lot of cats. We got to keep them in line. These next ones are going to be rapid fire because we're running out of time, but I want to get through the questions, so I'll answer as quick as possible. What would I be doing if I weren't an extremely successful entertainment personality? Olivia, what's your answer?
Leather work.
Oh. Interesting. That is what I did before Smosh. Ian, what are you thinking?
Working on a shrimp boat.
Okay. Shane?
Okay. Sign spinner by day, karate sign spinner vigilante by night.
I have a favorite answer and a most correct answer. Favorite is Ian's, most correct is Olivia's. Olivia gets a point!
Working on the shrimp, bro.
What is my favorite chore? Olivia, what's your answer? What's my favorite chore?
Dishes.
Shane, what's my favorite chore?
None.
Ian, what's my favorite chore?
Clean out keyboard gunk.
I love that one.
Damn, I guess so, because I got a little brush and it's really satisfying.
You like doing dishes too.
Gunk is the wrong word. Dishes aren't quite up there for me. My garbage disposal is having some weird problems, so it makes it tricky. I have to like spoon a bunch into the garbage. Ian gets a point!
Good job, Ian.
The year is 2004. People still care what game system you have. Which team am I on and why? All right, Shane.
People are battling between Nintendo, Sega, whatever. You are both because you are divergent.
Add neuro, and you are correct. That's right, I am divergent neuro. Ian.
You're Sonic Boy, right? I don't know. I'm gonna say Dreamcast. I'm going way outside the bounds of reality. I'm gonna say Sega. Team Sega.
Olivia?
I didn't know what anything you said meant.
It's okay, well, I'm curious what you wrote.
I wrote the Lakers.
Georgia's #1 Lakers fan.
I was trying to think about like what teams. I don't know any Georgia teams.
It's not even correct in NBA terms.
All right. Wow, for the first time, everyone's wrong, and I guess.
I was gonna say Nintendo. Does that count?
You played all the games though.
No, I didn't have no rich family. I had a Pretendo, and I was lucky to have it, darn it.
So what was your answer?
PC.
Pretendo. Probably
What's Pretendo?
Nintendo. Pretendo is when your family just couldn't afford the GameCube this year, so you get to be in front of the TV and you're like, yeah.
You had one of those things you can get at like the Dollar General where it's like it's
it
a
was
controller
Nintendo.
that has a bunch of games in it.
In 2004, I had the GameCube.
I wrote Nintendo, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
'cause you were a
nah, maybe
Crystal
he's gonna get
Chronicles
tricky.
boy.
Yes, Crystal Chronicles was great. Actually, Shane, I'll give you that point. Because I'm neurodivergent. All right, final question. This next one is worth however much I sort of feel like at the end.
All right, great.
Okay.
The year is 1998, and I finally get to live my dream of doing the Toys R Us toy run. What am I getting? And while you guys are writing that down, for those of you that don't know, the Toy Run was something that was hosted by Nickelodeon, I think, where you would have like 5 minutes with a shopping cart and they'd be like, go nuts in Toys R Us. Like, you know, whatever you find, you just get to fill your basket with and you get that toy.
Toys R Us Nickelodeon Super Toy Run will set you free for 5 minutes in a Toys R Us. 5 minutes to grab every toy you want.
What things am I going for? You can list multiple things. Olivia,
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
What do you got for me here?
Bag of crab.
Who would have thought?
Good old Toys R Us bag of crab.
That dude, is there ponytail Damien here? Yep, that one on the left. That was when I was saddest in quarantine and I ordered bags of crab all the time.
Aw.
I would lay out the paper and just have the whole bag and just like, and then start.
Did you just play Mad World on repeat?
Yeah! Okay, Ian!
I said, Nintendo 64!
Wow, okay.
Does Toys R Us sell video games?
Yeah, I thought so.
In my hometown,
did.
they did it with little slips of paper and you would have to bring it up to the front.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So, I have Street Sharks, Bionicle, Connects, video games, and also you probably get a ball.
Ball.
Just one.
Is life.
The ball is life.
Wow, there is one clearly super correct answer, and that's Shane.
Yeah, was it Bionicle?
Yeah, I love Bionicle.
Bionicle
I
were
love
awesome.
Connects. I love video games. There was the slips of paper thing in my Toys R Us, so I always like would watch these kids like be like, I'm in the new aisle. I guess I would get one of these. I'd be like, take your arm and like sell it. Sell it if you need to. Make money for your family.
My favorite thing to do was to take the Bionicle and like somehow like reconfigure them so that their head was at their crotch.
Nice.
There was
funny.
one of them that was
Bam.
supposed to be like that, where the
Yeah.
torso was upside down. It's the rock one.
I
'cause
had
it
that
kicked.
one. I was just like, oh, dick face.
So cool. The strongest penis. That's where 2 points. We don't even need the final tally because coming in first place, to nobody's surprise, Shane Top knows what I would do.
Wow, crazy. So crazy.
And that's the game. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, this has been What Would Damien Do? You know, we have more episodes of this, such as one for Keith that you can check out. How do we all feel? Do you feel like you at least learned a little bit about me today?
I'd say like about enough to go get a coffee with you.
Oh, that's actually
You guys
awesome.
should go get vanilla milks.
I would like that.
Vanilla milk.
What are you doing later?
Vanilla milk.
Some vanilla milk.
Oh, later? I'm busy.
I learned that Damien and I are so different, and I want to get to know him more.
That sounds lovely, Olivia. Thank you very much.
Maybe you can tell me what a freaking bionicle, spega.
Bye.
Check out Smosh.com for merch.